Hello, and welcome back to Whole Lotta with your hosts, Nathan and the other guy.
And the other guy, just like the movie.
Well,
What's
there was
up?
two guys and other guys.
Oh, you're right. Damn.
Justin
I know, and I'm a film major too, man. I should just give up.
failed.
How's it going?
It's going good. You know
Okay.
what? In the grand scheme of things,
Okay.
there's one thing I would say that wasn't a failure. At least one thing. Can you guess what
Okay.
that is?
Okay. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Toilet paper.
Whoa. Is that what we're doing today's episode on?
I want to say I don't think it's a failure because there's often times where I think like, hey, if I could travel to any time period, where would I go? And then I would, because I saw one comment about it, but I saw someone say I wouldn't go back to like medieval times because they didn't have a toilet paper. In that moment, I really realized like, hey, I don't know where I would go because I really don't want to go somewhere without toilet paper because that's just going to be so disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know how they managed back then.
They just
Did they?
use their hands.
You can't just.
So as like in the Middle East, I think you don't shake with the left hand because that's the hand people would use when they didn't have toilet paper to wipe. So that's why it was like, oh, that's like an insult type of thing.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. I don't think
I never
I
knew
don't know if that's an issue in the Middle East still or not. That used to be a thing at least. Well, at least
Sure.
I think the left hand thing is still kind of like considered an insult because of that origin.
Yeah, even if that's still not the case,
Yeah.
it might still like the middle finger.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay. Well, we have actual toilet paper. We don't have hands. Unfortunately, we're fortunately. We're gonna test two ways. Rub against the skin. Because that's important. Is it comfortable? And like water absorption. And I realized that I drank all of the water that I brought with me to spill. So I will step away in a second and get some water and just cut out the parts to step away with. But before I do that, we are going to start with the Charmin brand. It's going to be a little difficult to give you guys prices because two of these rolls are from me and Nathan's just, personal, whatever we already had on hand. One is a single roll. One was a pack of 6. So I can't really give you.
Can be hard to find just a single roll of toilet paper, anyways.
Yeah, not too many brands do it. It's some do, but
more than one roll, anyways. So.
Yeah, so I get why they don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't really give you bang for buck here, so we'll just go off of quality.
It's probably gonna be the most expensive of the ones
Yeah, most likely. This 6-pack was honestly about the same as the 6-pack of Great Value, which I was surprised. It was like maybe 50-60 cents more. So at least I guess in terms of 6-packs, go to Charmin. I mean, it's name brand, thicker, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna step away real quick and get water, and I'll be right back. Just keep recording, and or if you want to stop, no, just keep recording. Just keep recording. Don't stop. Okay. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna do the water thing. Hopefully a little bit of water, not too much, will come out. Water's kind of a weird test because usually toilet paper's not really known for wiping up water spills. The Charmin's doing a pretty good job. It's not as good as a paper towel, but it's pretty good. Kind of left a little wet mark on my desk, unfortunately. But for the most part, I got the job done.
Okay, I'm back. Have you entertained the people?
Yeah, I did my water test.
All right, let me try my water test. I kind of want to do it on my bare desk, not my mouse pad.
Yeah, that's what I did because like I was saying, toilet paper is not known for picking up water like this.
Yeah, no, but it helps if it can.
Yeah.
Because some stuff can be watery. All right,
What?
let's try. I'll just do 2 squares. Fold it over.
I just did. I did 1 square, by the way.
Oh, you did 1 square.
Yeah.
All right, let me try 1 square. Oh crap, man! I just poured water into my computer. Whoa! I'm actually pouring the water right next to my computer.
I thought you were gonna say I'm pouring it directly into my computer. I was like, that is brave. Oh my god.
I mean, 1 square. It fills up really quick. It's definitely. I mean, if we're just going off of 1 square, I don't think any of these honestly are going to be superb for picking up water. But it picks it up. It's just not enough surface area to pick it all up. So, let's feel like what it's gonna feel like on our skin. Nathan's gonna rub it on his arm, and I'm gonna rub it on either my arm or an undisclosed part of my body. You'll just have to guess. Oh, let's see here. What are you thinking?
This is soft.
Soft?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
And I was using it, kind of like a wiping motion against my skin, going pretty hard, and it pretty well, and then just tear and break.
Yeah, that feels nice.
I usually like this one.
Well, yeah, I mean they're ultra soft.
Like tough night. Yeah, helps out quite a bit.
Yes, I agree. Okay, yeah. I definitely think it would still irritate if you had to keep using it and using it, but this would probably take the longest to irritate. Yeah. So I'm going to put this at number 1.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put it at number 1 as well.
Excellent. You know what else is number 1?
What else is?
Our first talking point. And what is that, Nathan?
Well, since it's night, I guess it might be Fortnite.
Oh, he said it!
Yeah, I said it.
Yes, we're talking about Fat Nut again. We brought this up a while ago. I don't remember what episode.
It's been a while since we last talked about it.
Maybe a year or just like under a year. I think we brought it up like when no builds were just introduced.
Since we last talked about it.
Yeah.
Might have been technically last. Yeah, okay, I guess maybe sometime in February we talked about it again.
Okay, so
it's been about 2 months.
We talked about it. When did we talk about it in February?
Or
what did we talk about?
The updates, but the ones before the season change. Kind of like the last of the updates.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
That was your idea.
So this is the 3rd time we're doing it?
I think overall, since we started the podcast, this might be like the 4th time we're talking about Fortnite.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like a Fortnite podcast.
I guess it is. I only remember the first time we did it. Okay, whatever. Well, anyway, damn. All right. We're talking about it again. This is just kind of like how we feel overall over
the new season, right?
Yeah. Well, that and just like how, your thoughts and opinions. I mean, we're still playing the game since we started.
Yeah.
So clearly they're doing something right. I mean, I think I love no builds, man. It's so much fun.
It feels good to win in these types of games, these battle royale types.
I agree.
We clutched one, I think on Friday night. I had another solo win.
Very nice. Okay.
Because the 2 times before that, I got absolutely obliterated. As soon as I touched the ground.
Yeah, that
can happen. Nice to go the distance.
It happens a little too often. That's awesome. we've been on a losing streak for a while, unfortunately, because we keep getting in sweaty lobbies when we play
At the
together.
end of that streak, we did get a W.
Yes, thankfully.
Finally got
Hopefully we can get
one.
more.
Yeah, for some
What do you
reason,
think
whenever
of
me and Justin play, we get like the sweatiest lobbies.
crazy
and
lobbies?
Everybody, like, we shoot one guy, and the entire lobby, like, hones in on it and decides
He's not
they
wrong.
have to come in, like, keep seeking missiles to kill us.
It's happened on more than one occasion. I have a really good clip that I'll be putting in my newest video whenever I, get that out.
It was a good one.
It's pretty
Playing through it, I was like, why is this always happening? There's never this much action in this game, and it's all here now.
Yep. Everyone in the lobby just aggroes us. I don't get it. It's weird. It happens often than I'd care to admit.
Like every time on key, we'll be following the circle in to try and not aggro the entire lobby. But as soon as we shoot once, the lobby swarms us.
Yeah, everyone gets the Metal Gear Solid exclamation point, and then everyone just comes
like
rushing towards us.
Game, so it's all like the real players coming at the same time. It's just like, oh my god.
Oh my god, I know.
But
oh yeah, I remember another reason why I wanted to bring this up was because of Creative 2.0.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I haven't, outside of like launch day, I haven't really seen anything else, but like what was on launch day and like the concept, not even the concept, like what it is, what you could do with it is crazy. I'm excited for what's going to be made in the future for this.
Yeah, I don't know I'm excited for it or not, because it feels like it's going to be like the other creative mode, but with like better graphics, kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
And the other, like the, I guess, creative 1.0.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cool games people made, but most of them were just like broken in the weirdest ways. Where like it'll be like a capture the flag game and it just won't end for some reason. Yeah, it's kind of the biggest thing is just games that just don't end.
Well, I'm hoping maybe with the programming language they came out with that stuff might get fixed. Maybe.
I don't think it is. Well, it depends on who's making the map, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a majority of people just making these maps where it's like in the other one where, oh, this is a cool map, but you're not really doing anything, and it's kind of just an incomplete map because they got frustrated or bored of working on this project and just moved on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like it's kind of just gonna be the same thing, but with a higher potential ceiling for stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully with all these new tools, it'll and it's a lot easier to work on stuff with the collaboration and whatnot. It'll spark more creativity.
I'm hoping for, cause the Epic, I guess, sponsored ones that they had ready for release date. I only played that one, the like Sandstorm thing.
Yeah, the domination.
That one was pretty good.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
And it actually worked.
Yeah, it worked. They need to. I'm sorry, I cut you off. What?
No, I just said that's why it was fun.
Oh, sure. They really need to. It's really nice that they push out this huge update for creative, and now people can make crazy stuff. But like the browser is still so busted. It's so
bad,
antiquated. Yeah, there's no way. It's like
surf maps.
I don't understand why. It's 2023, and like any game, I feel like that has like a creative mode like this never has a good browser to get the stuff. They have these robust tools, but then they're stuck behind this stupid dumb browser from like 1917. Yeah. You can't search anything. It's so hard to find stuff. Just add a search bar, man.
A lot of
just add a
search bar. Just dead.
Yeah,
So
a lot of stuff is dead, and I feel like that's part of it too because it's so hard to navigate the things. You have
if
to find
if Epic,
majority of the maps by chance.
if Epic's not putting it on like the page, no one's playing it. 'Cause no
No
one's
one's
looking
playing
up
it.
map codes, like some 11-digit code to try and play that. Then like, you have to type it in too. I think I don't think you can copy and paste it.
You can't even copy and paste it.
I don't think so.
That's crazy. It's like that's purposely done because they don't want you to do it. Like make it easy. It's like back in the day and you wanted to add someone on the Nintendo Wii and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, here's my 70-digit code. Write it down. What? No. Just let me click a button.
Epic still has that too, sort of. And same thing with the Blizzard, where it's like, hey, at the end of your username, you have this 4-digit ID code you have to give out as well.
Mm-hmm. Discord doesn't.
Yeah, it's like, why?
It's annoying.
I get why, but why, man?
Why?
That was
yeah,
the best part about Xbox Live was you didn't need to do that. It was easy to just be like, all right, send a friend request, done.
Yeah, same thing with PlayStation. I don't know if that's different now, but yeah. Yeah, they definitely got to update the browser, man. We got to be able to search for stuff easier because our plethora of really cool content is about to be made and already is made probably. And I'm not going to see it because it's impossible to find anything. It sucks. But it looks really cool. I like what you can do. Me and Nathan want to try it. I doubt we'll have time, but it's worth a shot. I'd love to give it a shot. It's exciting, you know. Who knows what's going to happen? I like the new season. I still like the game. I still play it. I still have fun as long as they keep zero build, and I'm happy. I'd love to see a mode that someone makes in new creative where it's just regular battle royale, but without turbo building. Maybe I'd like a 3-second. I'd love to play with building if there was like a 3-second cooldown or something in between each block placed, so you can only use it for like, you know, temporary shielding and whatnot, and you can't build an entire house around yourself. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining that feature's in the game. I still think that the building is incredible. It's an incredible skill to learn. I just suck. I can't do it. So I'd like something in the middle where I can still build, but not have to worry about getting pooped on by kids because I can't keep up, man. I can't do that. No way. Yeah.
Sorry to drag on the topic, but I remembered someone made Dust 2 map. They were trying to make a Counter-Strike, but in Fortnite. That was one of the broken things that just didn't work.
Damn, that sucks. That would be actually really cool.
They almost had it. Like, you could do like some buys and stuff. And you could buy like individual weapons instead of like just full classes. But whenever you died, you just fell back into the map, and then the game, I don't know how it ended. I think it was still time based, had nothing to do with the bomb and stuff. So yeah, I think once you lost
that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that'll be fixed. We'll see. But they're still gonna fix the browser, so I don't know.
They can't fix it. I want an entire like map, like an island, but it's just all the Counter-Strike maps connected. So
kind of like what they're doing with the Warzone map, but
kind of Counter-Strike maps, because Counter-Strike maps are sweet.
Some are pretty cool, yeah. I guess Counter-Strike 2 is something we can talk about in the future whenever that comes out if we play it. Although I'm definitely not qualified to talk about Counter-Strike.
Right now, what we should talk about is toilet paper.
I like toilet paper. What's the next brand?
Scott, right? We're doing Scott.
Yep, we're doing Scott. This feels.
You buy a single ply?
This is one ply. Damn.
I asked you.
Yeah. I didn't think it was, unfortunately. This was the only one that was like a. This was like a single. Whatchamacallit. This was a single roll. I didn't want to buy a pack, so.
This stuff.
Yeah, this stuff looks bad. I don't even want to try the water test with this because I know it's just not gonna. It's just not gonna be it.
No, my one's just extra thing because I broke it in half or something. The layers, but this is.
I mean, mine just looks like one ply. I don't know what's going on your end.
I can like see
Uh,
through it. It's so thin.
I mean, if I put it like right up to my eyes, yeah, I could see through it.
I can see my finger through it.
That's yeah. Actually, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. This is pretty thin. I don't know why people buy one ply.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, you see one ply, don't buy it. It's just not worth it.
No, it's really not. I like, sound off on the Twitter. All the people that follow. No one's following. I'm kidding, but you should add a whole lot of PC. Anyone, if you're listening to this, just like seriously, like if you buy one ply, why? I don't get it.
That is the type of thing.
It can't be
like if I work at a company or go to like a college or a university and I see they got one ply.
Yeah, I get upset.
Yeah, it's just like I don't even have the money.
Yeah,
to not use one ply.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, especially that.
Yeah.
It can't even be that cost effective.
Because people are gonna double up on it anyways, and it's the same size as the 2-ply, but you're gonna go through it like twice as fast because you're gonna make it 2-ply anyways. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it don't make sense, man. I don't get why people buy it. It makes no sense. It can't be cost effective. It's not good for your ass. You're wasting more paper. Yeah, this is in the bottom. That hurt. That wasn't like, it was coarse, very uncomfortable, very thin. I'm not even trying the water test. It's pointless. It's just going to suck.
Well, that's what it's supposed to do, right? Suck up the water?
Yes. Good job. You're just fantastic. Good one. This is unfortunately this is number 4. I don't care if we've only tried 2. There's no way that anything's going to be worse than this. So, yeah. Charmin 1, Scott, in the garbage. Then again, this is 1-ply Scott. I thought it was 2-ply, so, keep that in mind. Something else that you guys need to keep in mind, though, is there's a big event or fest happening right now as we speak, technically.
It's ongoing.
And that's... Yeah, it's ongoing for the rest of the year, pretty much.
Up until November 1st. So yeah,
pretty much the entire year, yeah. And that's the Studio Ghibli Fest. This happens every year. Usually, at least for us, I only ever see these in Cinemarks. AMC's usually don't do this. But basically, it's just not all or most of the Studio Ghibli films, or at least the notable ones.
I don't think this is all of them. But yeah, it's the biggest ones.
Yeah, I think it's just the notable ones. They're shown in theaters.
I think we actually missed it, but the first one they did was Totoro. Hey, you see the trailers, like it looks really good in trailers. Okay?
It looks so good,
like
but if you listen to episode 1 of this podcast, you'll know we hate it.
But I don't.
It's terrible.
Like Totoro, just the movie.
No, yeah, the character's cool. I wish he was in it more, but the film as a whole is stinky garbo. And anyone who says otherwise has only watched the trailer. You haven't watched the movie if you enjoy it, okay? It's boring.
But the other stuff they're doing. The next one, starting on April 23rd and 27th.
I'm excited.
And 27th, so 2 days they're going to do it. Spirited Away live on stage. We saw the trailer for it, and so it's not like a live, they're not performing it live for you. It's a film.
A pre-recording. Yeah.
Of them doing the live version.
And if I understand, this is the first time it's being shown outside of Japan.
It might be. I don't know. I think it said that on
well,
the trailer,
if it's not,
but
yeah, I think it said that. If it's not that, it's definitely the play is only in Japan for the time being. So
I think so. But the trailer did
looks
look
cool.
good.
Yeah, better than I thought.
Costumes
love
pretty on
that movie. So, yeah, costumes are on point. The set design was great. They have the puppets for all the weird characters, and they look awesome. It's just they did a great job from what the trailer is showing us. I'm excited. I really want to see this. I love that movie. I'd love to see a play adaptation.
And then the
what's
next
after
one
that?
they're doing is Ponyo, 15th anniversary. I haven't seen this one, surprisingly.
Yep, me neither. I haven't seen it. This is the one that like Disney
Well, I think
was
Disney
involved
like
with.
owns Ghibli or something.
Is it Ponyo?
No, like Studio Ghibli. They have Disney either bought Studio Ghibli or like bought the selling rights or something for it. Cause I know they do a lot of stuff with Studio Ghibli.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
I'm not sure what the deal they have is. I think they have the Studio Ghibli films on Disney Plus as well. I
What?
haven't looked at Disney Plus in a while. I don't really use it, but pretty sure they should be on there. I don't know though.
Well,
Don't take my word for it.
okay. Yeah,
Unless it's correct, then I knew the whole time. Yeah, so it's Ponyo. After that, they're gonna do Kiki's Delivery Service.
Wait, hold on. Ponyo's on May 7th, 8th, and 10th, and Kiki's on June 11th, 12th, and 14th.
And then Nausicaa of
The Valley of the Wind? Yeah.
Yeah, of the Valley of the Wind. Yep, July 9th and 11th.
July 9th and 11th.
And that one should be the first Studio Ghibli film. I think people say it's kind of boring, but it's the first one, and I know there are other people that do like it still. So,
yes.
Castle in the Sky, July 10th and 12th. Princess Mononoke. Oh, they're doing this one from August 5th to the 9th, so they're playing this one a lot.
Yeah.
Porco Rosso.
August, yeah, I don't know what this one is.
Yeah, they're doing that one August 20th and 22nd. I did see this one.
You did?
Yeah, I also saw Castle in the Sky and Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, I saw those two. I didn't see Porco Rosso.
I saw that one, and I do enjoy it. I think it's pretty good.
Okay, I look forward to it. I liked Castle in the Sky, Princess Mononoke, and another one that we'll be reading in a minute. We're really good in like the first half for me, and then something just happens in the second half, and I didn't enjoy them.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so I do kind of want to see it again. But after Porco Rosso is The Wind Rises, which is August 21st and 23rd. So it's kind of happening at the same time. And then you get Howl's Moving Castle, September.
Yeah, that was the other one.
September 23rd to the 27th. So you got 4 days to go and see that one. And then Spirited Away is the last one. They're saving their best for last.
Yeah, it's so good.
October 28th through November 1st, which is, I would say, a time where probably a lot of people just go out to watch movies anyways. So, kind of just makes sense.
Yeah, and like the creepy creatures and whatnot. It's like around Halloween time, so I'm excited to watch that. Although I'd like to watch Spirited Away during the summer because it's definitely a summer vibe.
It does feel like it would be a good summer movie.
Yeah,
go watch it and then get like a little snack afterwards and just enjoy the cool night breeze.
I like the sound of that. Damn, that
sounds very aesthetic.
Yeah, it sounds aesthetic. I love Spirited Away, man. It's such a. I only saw it once, but it left such a huge impact on me. I need to watch it more.
Yeah, I watched that a lot as a kid.
Yeah, I knew someone else that did that too. A lot of kids watched it a lot when they were kids. I think about it.
They still had video stores. If you got like an anime movie, for some reason it was always the reason it was always Spirited Away was because my sister would say she wanted to watch it, and despite me wanting to try something else, I always got told no. We're watching, grabbing another one.
Well, I mean, if you're forced to watch any movie, it's a good one to be forced to watch.
As a kid, I really wanted to watch Castle in the Sky.
Well, we did it as
pretty good.
Young adults.
Not as good. So.
No, none of them are as good, unfortunately. From what I've seen, out of all the ones I have seen so far, none of them match Spirited Away. That movie, I don't
I
know
think
what
some get
they did.
close.
What'd you say?
I think some get close.
Like,
Howl's Moving Castle and Princess Mononoke.
okay, yeah, the ones I have problems with. I gotta watch them again. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's been a while since I saw Princess Mononoke.
It's been a while since
And
we
actually
watched
Howl's Moving Castle too, honestly.
all of these. Yeah, I think the last time I watched them was with you, and that's years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to rewatch these. Not giving Totoro another chance. Fuck that.
Well, we missed it anyway, so.
We missed it anyway. So even if I wanted to, for some strange reason, it's not going to happen. You can't change my mind. Movie's dull. It's so dull.
Oh, sorry. And if you want to try and find your local theater before I forget, you can go to gkids.com or just Google search Studio Ghibli Fest. And it should come up.
Yeah, it should be like the first thing. Yeah. And then you just type in your zip code. We checked around and it should be happening all around the country, so you're good.
Yeah, as long as there's a theater near you, should be good.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I look forward to it. We gotta start watching these things.
Did you know when they started doing these Ghibli Fest stuff?
No, but I started attending these. I don't attend it every year, but I started at least back in like maybe 2016, 2017 is maybe the first one I ever went to. So they've been going on for a while now. I probably should have looked that up. I could clack away on my noisy ass keyboard, but it's probably been going on for a while. I would assume at least, if I were to take a guess, at least like a decade or maybe even two, honestly.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely been going on for a while. It happens every year, and I miss it most years, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I don't want to miss it this year, so it's the plan. We could always talk about that in the future, too, if we watch them. Our opinions on... That's actually not a bad idea. That could be... I don't mean to get meta here, but like that could be... Every time we watch one, that could be a topic. The one that we just saw.
It's true. Just talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, I might like that. We'll have to think about that.
This is I'm watching, like, they have like a little banner just playing clips from the films. And Studio Ghibli films just look incredible.
Incredible. Yeah. Even if the movie's like not enjoyable, it looks insane.
I don't know what the future has in store for Studio Ghibli, but I hope they stick with that hand-drawn style. Looks
I agree. Good. They do such a good job. They really do. The films are incredible. Yeah, you know what else is incredible?
No.
Not much. Everything sucks. The next toilet paper roll could be incredible. Which one is this? This is ShopRite brand Paperbird. Off the bat, off rip right now. Off rip. It's a little coarse. I'm not gonna even lie, but it's 2-ply, so that's cool. All right, let me do one.
I like it.
One square. Let me do water. Gets the job done. Did you? Oh, shice! I just spilled a lot of water. Whoops. Just covered myself in water. That's great. Okay, let's try sucking this up. Yeah, I mean, it's not as... It's definitely more flimsy when it's wet than the Sherman. But it's still, sucks up water. It's not enough space because it's just one square. Let me try a skin test here. I mean,
I feel it's softer than Charmin.
You think this is softer than Charmin?
It does not feel as soft.
Oh my god! I was gonna say you're like, I respect your opinion, but you're wrong. Yeah, you're right. This is doesn't feel that good. As much as I hate to say that, it feels about on par with the Scott in terms of coarseness on my skin, which is odd because it's thicker. But I mean, it's 2-ply, so it's gonna have to go number 2 for now.
Yeah,
But that might change. So for now, it's, I think me and Nathan share the same. Charmin, Scott, blank, and then I'm sorry, Charmin, Paperbird, blank, Scott.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that was interesting. That wasn't as
You know what else is interesting?
soft as I was hoping. Oh, sorry. What?
You know what else is interesting?
Could you repeat that one more time?
Do you know what else is interesting?
Could you repeat that one?
Do you know what else is interesting?
Yes. What's interesting?
John Wick.
Nah, you're wrong, bro. Yes. John Wick.
Yeah, they
specifically
the film come out recently.
Yeah, the fourth ones. Yeah, recently came out. There was a movie. It did things. They went places in the movie. It was a movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Honestly, not as much as I was hoping.
Yeah,
really? God, we have this connection, man. Oh, I'm so excited to talk
this
now.
Is the feeling everybody had.
Really? I can't find anyone else.
Really?
Every time I see something about this movie, everyone's like, this is the best action movie I've seen in years. 10 out of 10. Best one yet.
Well, I guess if you're
no.
not comparing it to the other John Wick movies, just action movies in like the last year or two, it might be
fine. I guess, yeah, maybe, but I'm comparing it to the other John Wick movies.
Yeah, that's. I think people in general compared to the other John Wicks, like it's not a bad movie by any way. By any means, it is a good movie, worth your time.
Yes,
especially if you've seen the other three.
Oh yeah,
but this one just doesn't have like that same pacing that the other ones do.
No, yeah,
I feel like it didn't have as much action. The action scenes they had were pretty good though.
Yeah, what was there was
stuff.
Pretty good for the most part.
Abandoned building, and John Wick was clearing through it with a shotgun that had dragon breath cells, and
oh my god! And then the camera went okay.
Camera was looked like a
Hotline Miami
pseudo type of thing.
So cool! Yeah. Oh my god, that part of the movie was so cool.
Awesome! This is legit. And then they had like a scene fighting in that giant roundabout in France. Yeah,
the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah, that was sweet too.
I think that scene now holds my favorite kill, but I'll get there in a minute.
I do want to say, not to spoil, but they played the Rolling Stones song "Peanut Black," but they were singing it in French, and I didn't know that was something I needed to hear, but it was sweet.
Okay. All right, I like that. That's awesome. I'm glad that resonated with you. That's interesting. Yeah. I wasn't expecting you to say that. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one, man. It looks like the mental connection's still there. Yeah. I hated, in terms of it being a John Wick film, I didn't like at all the first 75% of the movie, but that last quarter when he's getting to the top of the staircase,
the John Wick shit.
Yeah, the last quarter of the movie is nuts. It's probably some of the best John Wick out there, but everything else before that is.
Well, I guess some of the action scenes were kind of stupid, like the choreography of it, not stupid. Just for some of it, the idea of what was happening was kind of dumb.
Like which one?
Like they're in Japan. And like the Japan Continental Hotel people, they don't use guns, they use fucking bow and arrows, and it's like,
yeah,
really, like they can't have guns. Like, come on, man.
Come on,
it's kind of stupid that they're running around with bows and arrows. I feel like this isn't as cool as you think it looks. Yeah,
Yeah, I understand.
I don't mind a good sword fighting and stuff, but still.
It did. Um, yeah, I also felt that some of the action scenes before the last quarter just kind of they drug on a little too much too, which is something I never thought I'd ever say in a John Wick film because they're all choreographed and the cinematography is excellent. You know, they're some of the best action scenes you could get. But like the one I'm thinking of right now, I don't even remember how it started, but I remember he's just like fighting in an art gallery and they just keep smashing through the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
It just lasted way too long, man. I was actually getting bored because it really didn't do anything different. It was just like every other gunfight that John's ever been in.
Yeah.
And another thing that there's so many things I didn't like about this first 75%. Another thing, it's a small detail, but it really affected. Since everyone pretty much knows how much of a threat John Wick is at this point, majority of the people that were sent his way were like heavily armored. And because they were heavily armored, every time he shot or killed someone, there was next to no blood. So it made all the fights and the impacts of everything just really
I can see what you're
non-existent.
saying. Something. Sorry, do you have more to talk about for that?
Oh, I was just going to say the best way I can put it is if you ever played the Gears of War games, 1 through 3, you know, like you're chopping up dudes with the chainsaw gun. I don't remember what it's called. I wasn't like a huge fan of the series, but they were bloody and, you know, all the fights felt impactful and it felt good. And then you play Gears of War 4 and all the enemies are robots. And then you shoot someone and they blow up in the sparks and it's dumb. It's not the same. I want to cut someone in half and watch their blood splurt everywhere.
Yeah. So two things I wanted to touch on is one, I felt like the movie wasn't as good because they were putting a lot of story touches into it to kind of bring the story of everything together and like piece everything together. And an unfortunate part of is because they did that, you get less John Wick in the movie. Especially in that, like the first, I guess about 75%, you just have less John Wick, and it's just like, yeah, these other characters that like I thought were pretty cool. Turns out they're all kind of boring without John Wick around. Like I really don't care about these people.
Yeah. For the most part, I agree. I'd say the most interesting person was the blind guy.
See, I was gonna kind of goes into the next things that I felt like they tried too hard to be funny for a John Wick film. I think
I agree.
The blind guy was a part of that. I didn't like the blind guy.
I didn't like
I like
acting.
his character, but I don't like the fact they made him blind. There were so many times where he's doing stuff as a blind dude, and I'm just like, this is kind of stupid.
So I like his character. I like that he's blind. I just didn't like the way the actor was acting. He just had this air of like he like didn't care. And like I understand, like he didn't want to be there, but just the way the actor portrayed that, I didn't like it. I don't know.
I felt like they used him too much as like a comedy relief guy in a movie that never needed comedy relief.
Yeah, that too. I think the reason why they pushed that so hard is, if I'm not mistaken, he's getting a spin-off movie.
I could see that. Which I don't know.
So I think that's...
I don't like some of the fights he did as a blind guy was just. I was like, that's kind of stupid. Like a blind guy's really gonna be like one of the top assassins in the world, almost right behind John Wick, apparently.
Yeah, it's a bit silly, but I liked it. I like that concept, but I understand where you're coming from. I do understand where you're coming from. That was another thing, speaking of acting, and I know we're dragging on, but whatever. I have a couple more things to say, and I'm sure you do too. I'm going to get like hate mail from the 3 people that listen to this show, but like, I didn't like Keanu's acting in this movie. Yeah. And I know that's like blasphemous to say. I know you can't say anything bad about Keanu Reeves.
Scenes where I definitely felt like, don't really feel like he's as into this movie as the other ones. I
Yes,
think
yes, yes.
that's because in the other ones he really doesn't have to act a whole lot. Besides like a
No.
couple one liners and then back to fighting or running or something.
Hmm.
Because they
I agree.
tried to make him act as John Wick more, and it's like maybe John Wick really wasn't that type of character. Huh. I never really thought
Well,
about that before.
I mean, in the first film, he shows a lot of emotion. Obviously, I mean, he just went through like a traumatic thing, but like Keanu did it well.
That's
Like
the
you
thing.
could see
But I guess he didn't
him
talk
get
too
sad.
much all the time.
No, I don't know. Here's the thing. I can't remember the last ones. I haven't seen them in a while. John, I feel like talked the least in this one.
Yes.
Or had more opportunities to talk, but said less words. And maybe in the other films, he had less opportunities to talk, but said more words, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, so when he did talk, he talked more type of thing.
Yes. Yeah, and it sounded more like a normal human being. In this movie, it was just like he constantly had an emotionless face on and reacted to everything with like one or two words. And it was always in that same tone, like, you know, John would get shot or his arm would be fucking on the ground or whatever, and he's bleeding out. And some characters like, oh my God, are you okay? And then he'd look at the camera and be like, yeah, I'm okay. And then walk off with a straight face. It's like, what? Huh?
It's time to chrome up.
It's time to chroma. Wake the fuck up, samurai. Yeah, I didn't like his acting, man. I know you can't say anything bad about the Mr. Wholesome, and I love him. You know, I like his acting sometimes. I don't like his acting sometimes. And this specific time, just didn't mesh with me. But this movie definitely has my favorite kill now, where they're at the Arc de Triomphe, and he's driving in the Plymouth Barracuda with no doors. And he does a donut. I'm sorry, this is like slight spoilers, you know, whatever. He like sees a cluster of bad guys in the middle of the street, rips the handbrake and starts doing a donut around the cluster of bad guys while shooting at them with a pistol outside of the car. He's sticking his hand out of the door that's not there and just shooting kids while doing a donut.
He's not shooting kids, by the way.
He's shooting literal children. I was in cloud nine, man. I mean, like you can't make anything more just like perfect for a scene that I want to see. Just doing donuts in a muscle car and shooting people. Oh my God, it was great. I love that scene.
I guess
I'll leave you. I'm sorry. I have a question to ask you, but if you have something to say, go.
I was just going to say one last thing I want to talk about was I think this is where people really disagree with me. I really didn't care for Nobody. I don't.
Yeah, I don't care about him. No. I am super glad that you brought him up. His character was completely pointless.
Yeah, there's so many times it could have been like more, but like he's kind of just awkwardly there.
Yeah, he's awkwardly just shoehorned in the movie, and I hate his design. He looks like the type of dude that you see in a Microsoft Surface commercial, where they look like they're like super urban hipster and like, yeah, I use my Microsoft Surface for everything I do, and then they open up.
Him look kind of like a homeless dude, but
it didn't really work.
But then the other thing is like, I want to. Like, I really want to like the character, but there's just no point in him because, like, I think he's there to represent, like, more Western style shooter. Because if you see his gun, it's kind of
I loved it.
Western style.
The repeater.
Yeah. And then he also another. Well, I don't know. This might be too much of a spoiler. I'll just say, like, if it is, he had a dog. That's like his big thing too. So.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be related to Halle Berry's character in the last movie.
I didn't think that. I think he has that. I thought they were going to use that to show a stronger symbolism of like, oh, this is like, this is a guy about to go down the same path as John Wick, and at some point John Wick's going to look at him and be like, damn, that's me, and then somehow for one of them they would have a revelation through it or something. And
I understand.
It didn't really happen like that.
No, nothing happened. The character was pointless. It served one purpose towards the end of the movie for John. And it was a nice purpose. I liked it, but outside of that one purpose, his character was pointless, which is just a shame because he seems like an interesting character. They had some like a good base going on there, but he was just like weirdly shoved into the movie. No. And it was like there'd be like huge gaps of time where he's just not in the movie, and then he'd pop back up. You're like, oh, this.
He just comes.
I forgot.
A lot.
I forgot about this guy. What's he doing here? Yeah, it was wasted potential. So I will ask you a question, and I will make a quick comment, and then we can move on. The comment is, if I remember correctly, I don't know what streaming service, what channel it's on, but they're making a spin-off television show about the Continental in the 70s, about it like being built, and like Winston and Lance Riddick's character, but young, you know, making the hotel what it is.
Played by Lance Riddick?
No, because he's in Lance heaven. Yeah. So,
R.I.P.
Yeah, honestly, it's a shame. What?
I don't know, that's like the first thing that happened to him in the film too.
Yeah, Buddy Boy dies immediately.
I was like, I'm sorry, that's too much of a spoiler.
Like, is it really? Just watch the movie. It happens in the first 10 minutes. What was I going to say? Yeah, so that could be interesting, I guess. And then the question I will leave you with is, what did you think of the ending? You don't have to say anything with details. We won't spoil the ending, but what did you think about it? What was your opinion?
I think overall, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I don't.
Like, I can't really get too into it without being.
I know, spoiled territory. Yeah. I think it was fine. I think it's fine if they leave it where it is, but I also think because we didn't necessarily see what technically happened, they could also continue it. But I kind of want the series to end. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
It does feel like they were gearing up for a load of spin-offs in the universe.
Yeah, they
really are not going to let this one die. No.
Of course not, because it makes money. That's why the first movie will just always be the best, man. It's just the most purest one. First two are very good. Yeah, I like 2 a lot. I really do.
3, it's like if I had to say, like, the first 2 are like 100s, and then 3 would be like 99, 98 at the lowest.
Sure. Oh, speaking of which, we just keep talking. I can't stop talking about this. What was that scene? I like spaced out for a second, so maybe I missed something. But the movie starts, he goes back into the desert, kills the leader of the entire organization, and then just leaves, and it's never brought up again throughout the entire movie. What?
It was kind of brought up because, so sorry for the spoilers there that we were really talking about them, but that wasn't the original leader because he killed like 6 or 7 of the leaders, is what they make it sound like, and that's one of the reasons they got the other guy, like, hey, do whatever it takes because he keeps killing like the grand leader type of thing.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. All right, I'm done. No more John Wick. I was disappointed.
Honest, like, I think that was one of the things I thought was kind of dumb about the film.
Yeah.
On one hand, it makes sense because that's kind of something I was thinking about before going to the film. Was like, what happens if he just finds these guys again and then just kills them? They kind of just answered that, but it's also like, oh, so these guys aren't hard to find at all, apparently. Like, you can just always find and kill them, and I guess nothing happens.
That just keeps spawning. Yeah, so then what's the point of having a leader?
Yeah. It's like this. Yeah. Like, they know this guy's coming for them, and they don't like stack up on any extra gears or anything. Whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of holes. The more they introduce with the universe, there's more holes.
You do need to stack up on, though. Toilet paper.
Let me take a wild get out. Yep, there it is.
Disease, I guess. That's what happens.
What
happens? COVID. Toilet paper is the first thing to sell.
Yeah, I still don't understand that. The last one is Sam's Club members mark their brand toilet paper. It's definitely softer than the last one. At least just, rubbing it real quick. Let me do the test of water. I mean, it's not going to be any different than any of the other ones.
Well, one of the reasons I like the ShopRite one, the paper bird, because it's a little bit firmer. It just doesn't rip as easy.
This is a fair point. All right, 1 square water test. It picks up water. Yep. It's not actually. Whoa, this is the most fragile one when it picks up water. Huh. Okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
Like a soft, like a soft feel, but also like a soft break type of.
Yes.
Paper.
All right, so let me do an actual skin test here. Oop, that's not enough. This is the toilet paper that me and my family usually use.
Like use 2 sheets, fold it. It's going to be an issue. How soft it is.
Yeah, I mean, quite used to this one. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty soft. Definitely behind, just not by a lot, but behind the Charmin for sure. Directly behind it. So if I'm to place this, I'm going to do Charmin, Member's Mark, Paper Bird, and then Scott's in the garbage. Which again, it's 1 ply, so it's slightly different, but whatever. It sucks.
I have to do Charmin at the top, and then Paper Bird, just because it's still pretty soft, but it has a good thickness to it. Doesn't really rip and tear too much. And then I would do the Sam's Club one, and then the
rip and tear until it's done.
One.
Okay. Yeah, that's I think that's fair. Okay, well, we have one more thing to talk about after we droned on for a while with John Wick. Since we don't have too much information on this one, we don't have to stretch this one out if we don't want to.
Pretty quickly. But anyway,
yeah, we'll blow through this one.
Any guilty pleasures? Justin,
guilty pleasures. When you first brought this up, I had. I love autoerotic asphyxiation. That's I just can't get enough. Yeah,
like Audible stuff, or
yes, like if you use this code, get 20% off Audible. No, I can think of 2. Do you want the food one or the video game one? You pick.
You just mention both real fast.
All right. Well, I guess the food one is I'm a sucker for some cookies and milk late at night, like a midnight snack, maybe right before bed. Yeah. Specifically Oreos. Oreos are usually the go-to. I cannot get enough.
You said that. That's like just what I was thinking of, like a nice Oreos milk, and then get filled up and go to sleep on it.
Yes. Same person. Yes. Yeah, it's just, I love it. It's probably not the healthiest thing. It's probably also not the best thing to eat sugar before I go to bed, but yeah. I like me some good cookies and milk, man. I just can't get enough of it. If I had enough cookies, I mean, I guess anyone could do this. Not even that. I would say I have to find what number, but if I have the right amount of cookies, let's just say anywhere between like 10 and 15. If I were to eat 10 and 15 Oreos, I think maybe even less, I could probably down an entire gallon of milk, no problem.
It's a lot of milk.
Yeah, it's a lot of milk.
Wondering, that's like the big container of milk, 1 gallon.
Yeah, if you're not from wherever they have gallons. What was the other one? The other. Yes, I'm trying to think of the other one. I am a sucker for battle royales. All of my friends, except Nathan, for the most part, hate battle royales. In fact, I feel like at this point, mostly everyone hates battle royales. I like them, man.
Yeah, I like them too.
Yeah, they're fun. Nathan's unfortunately he's the only person I have. He's my only outlet. I can't play them alone. I don't like them alone. I don't have any enjoyment with them alone, to be honest, because A, I'm just not that great at a majority of them, and B, they're pretty much, they turn into horror games when you play them alone, and I just cannot afford the heart attacks that they provide me when I'm playing by myself. So I gotta play them with people, and I don't ever usually have people to play with except Nathan. So I don't get to play a lot of them, but when I do, yeah, I have a good time, man.
Yeah.
I've never not enjoyed the genre all the way back from its like inception with Minecraft, Hunger Games. I love it.
I really think that, like, I feel like there had to been something before it. I feel like Minecraft Hunger Games is what really drew people to the genre.
Yeah, because that thing
Hunger
popped
Games
off.
in general. Even though
They still missed their chance to make an official Hunger
I
Games
was
game.
gonna say that, like, they missed that opportunity, and it would have been sweet.
Remember the culling?
Yeah,
That was fun.
for a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah, I missed that game, and then it died, and then they tried to bring it back with the sequel that was just a PUBG ripoff, and then that died immediately.
PUBG Mobile.
Yeah, so
very popular.
yeah, I think PUBG in general it's not nearly as popular as it was. It'll never reach the 4 million concurrent players.
Asian fan base for some reason.
Yeah, I don't get it, and it's filled with hackers. So there's that.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
Shoot, I don't really remember. I guess I was just gonna say those are really the only two I can think of. Cookies and milk before bedtime, and I know objectively, I guess they can be annoying, but man, I don't know what it is. I just like battle royales, even if I get shit on it, which I do. I'm not good. It's just fun. It's just enjoyable. Whatever. What's yours?
For me, I guess I do have two really. One, the quick one. Energy drinks. I know they're not good for the body, but they still like a boost to my body, and I like it. It's cool, and they taste pretty good too.
You should try heroin. I hear it's really good.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it sounds tough. I'll keep that in the back of my mind. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Then the other thing, you might think this is weird. I don't know if this really counts as a guilty pleasure. At least it hits the thing of like something not necessarily good, but like you can't get enough of, or you just keep going back to type of thing. But the hit animated show Ruby.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is about that show, but since I watched it, like whenever it's out, I am just like, I have to watch the whole thing. Like when I first started watching it, like I dropped every other anime I was watching. I was like, oh, I gotta finish this. Like, I don't know what it is about this, but it's kind of good. And like I know the complaints about it. I get the complaints about it. I agree with the complaints about it because like Monty started the show. He unfortunately passed away, and they carried on the show without him.
The creator of the show?
Yeah, which I mean that's not an unheard of or crazy thing to do.
How did he pass away?
I don't know how it happened. But yeah, it happened. And then so they carried on the show, and the people carrying on the show, as far as like the plot and the story for the show, like there's so many holes, and they force so many things to happen that they just want to happen. They literally wrote a character out of the show just to end a relationship so they could start the big fan relationship that they wanted to put into the show. And it's just like they do so much stupid stuff like that. But for like the new season came out, I was a little late to it. I thought they would do a bigger announcement for it. As soon as I saw it, like I watched a couple episodes, had to go do something. Then like I went to go to bed, I went to turn a YouTube video on to watch before going to bed, and I was like, now I have to finish watching it. Like I have to catch up and see what's going on. And like I feel like if any Ruby stuff comes out, like I'm just instantly gonna watch it. I'm not. I don't get into anything where I just spend all of my money on it, so that's a good thing. But if there is like a cool Ruby thing, I'd probably try to look at it. Maybe try to buy it if it's a fair price.
Did you get a jacket?
Yeah, I got a jacket. But that
Did that
jacket
come?
was it was on a good sale. It
Okay.
was like a $90 jacket. I guess wasn't selling because it was on sale for $60 off. So I was like,
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
$30 for a $90 jacket. Just the quality alone should make it worth buying the jacket. And it is a nice jacket.
Did I see it in
I
person?
don't think so.
No. I think you showed me a picture of you.
Yeah, I might show you a picture.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Yeah, it's a good sale. Yeah, that's worth it. That's interesting, man. That's hey, yeah, okay. That I would definitely consider that a guilty pleasure. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I was about to rewatch the series before I saw the new season came out.
Damn, that's incredible.
Or at least start rewatching it because I was like, I just want to watch something with Ruby in it. It's I guess before we end, I don't know when the next time I'll get to talk about Ruby is, but they really don't put Ruby in the show enough. Even though she's just the best character in the show. The show is named after her, sort of. And it's just like they'll start story arcs around her, give her about half an episode, and then move on to like a 3-episode story arc about somebody completely different. Then I'm like, this is cool and all, but when are we gonna talk about Ruby? Because they keep setting it up to be like, we're really gonna dig deep into Ruby and let her have an actual story arc now. And then they just don't. It's like, okay.
Why?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it really doesn't.
I think she's just the most popular character in the show too. So I don't know why they won't just make it about her.
I'm sure that's one of the many complaints.
I could keep going, but I'll stop there.
Okay, fair. All right, fair. Well, I think that pretty much does it. Typical ending spiel. Twitter, whole lot of PC. I really like that last tweet you made. That was the first tweet that we got like organic engagement from. I really like your wording too. So do that again. Yeah, follow it, please. I don't think anyone's following it. I haven't checked in a while again because I don't have a reason to. I'd like one. I'm making a video on my YouTube channel. It's called Two Girls. That's the other YouTube channel.
That's the one he just watches. That's his third guilty pleasure.
That is my third guilty pleasure. I must admit. I'm sorry.
Every day before bed.
Jeez, that's psychopathic. No, I'm making a YouTube video on my regular channel that I always drop here, Super Snowman 777. Watch it or whenever it comes out. Watch my other stuff. Thanks. I'd like to make money one day, and I'd like to make money off of this podcast one day. That'd be cool. Let's do that. Let's make money off of this. Maybe one day.
Put it in the back of
I don't really have. Huh?
Put it in the back of my mind.
Yeah. It's there.
Keep it.
And again, you can also find this on YouTube if you solely pay for podcasts just to listen to this show. So you don't have to. If you don't want to, you could just listen to it for free on YouTube. For now, until we pay gate it with our Patreon tier, you could get the YouTube channel for $100 a month.
Level.
Yeah, and there's nothing different. The YouTube channel is just the same thing you're listening to.
I can make a second YouTube channel that's free, and it'll all have the same videos.
As the paid one?
Yeah, like our main channel will be the paid one, and then we'll make it like a whole lot of 2 channel that just has all the same content but for free.
I love it. It's a great move. No one will ever know. Cool. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you next time. Sorry for the little
Have a
gap
good one.
in episodes. And
It'll work
yeah,
on it.
have a good one. Whatever. It's fine. All right. We'll see you later.